at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is stay to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya.
Hey, thanks for coming, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hare Krishna, Gauranga, Jesus, Prabhupada, Jesus, Prabhupada, Jesus, Prabhupada, Jesus, Prabhupada, Jesus, Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Purchase your track today.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
OGEbeats.com.
Haribo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Gotta save my voice a little bit. A lot of singing today. All right. Thank you for coming, everybody. you saved my life. I feel I'm putting so much money in the bank coming here. This is the best investment I've ever made. High dividends. Eternal life, I like that one. Always lively, huh? Always more life. All right, turn your mics on and let's chant a little japa together here. Yeah. Yeah. It's family, man. It's family affair there, Janaki. Put your microphone on if you like.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Oh, my Lord Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah. You know what it's getting to be like for me now? It's like when Lord Caitanya was here and he's walking around with Nityananda, a devotee. That kind of experience. It's amazing, man.
Life.
He's right.
Very real.
Yeah, it's very real. I mean, God is like, it's like I'm taking a walk or I'm chanting with the Lord, making him happy. Little court jester, Haridas,
He's showing his bhakti.
It's so great, man. I finally just said, okay, Lord, okay, Krishna, I'll just make you happy, man. I can't get out of this, man. I've been trying to run away for so many lifetimes. I think I'll just surrender and make you happy. Okay. It works. I'm convinced now. Because I ain't going to feel good unless I make you really happy, man. Krishna, simply by chanting. It's great. I love it. Easy way. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna,
Rama
Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama,
Rama Rama
Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari
Krishna
Hari,
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama, Hari
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hari Hari, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari, Hari
Hare
Rama, Hari Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari, Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hari
Krishna
Hari,
Hare Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hari Rama, 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 Hari
Rama
Hari,
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hari Hari,
Hare
Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari,
Hare Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hari Hari,
Krishna Hare
Hari Rama, Hari
Hare
Rama.
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri
Jaya
Chaitanya
Jaya
Jaya
Jaya Sri Ajita Chandra Jaya Guru Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Chaitanya Mangal Lochan Das Thakur. No, let's read something else here. Hare Krishna. Swami, where's Swami? This is Sri Hamsa Duda by Rupa Goswami. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Jesus, thank you so much. Oh, Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda, and all the devotees, thank you so much. I just so grateful. May a certain blissful person in splendid yellow garments, the soles of his lotus feet glorious as a host of red roses, his form dark as a tamal tree, and his mouth playfully curved in a gentle smile appear in my heart. May a certain blissful person in splendid yellow garments, the soles of his lotus feet glorious as a host of red roses, his form dark as a tamal tree, and his mouth playfully curved in a gentle smile appear in my heart. At the request of Akura, Krishna and Balaram left the house of Nanda Maharaj. At the request of Akura, Krishna and Balaram left the house of Nanda Maharaj for Mathura. At that time, Srimati Radharani's mind was disrupted, and she became almost mad because of extreme separation from Krishna. She experienced great mental pain and agitation, which caused her to drown in mental speculation in a river of anxiety. At that time, Srimati Radharani's mind was disrupted and she became almost mad because of extreme separation from Krishna. She experienced great mental pain and agitation, which caused her to drown in mental speculation in the river of anxiety. One day, when Srimati Radharani was feeling much affliction because of her separation from Krishna, she went to the bank of the Yamuna with some of her friends. There, Radharani saw a cottage wherein she and Krishna had experienced many loving pleasures. And by remembering those incidents, she immediately became overcome with dizziness. This dizziness was prominently visible. Fallen in the dust and her limbs motionless, she was surrounded by friends holding lotuses, their hearts out of love filled with hundreds of fears, and their tears flooding the Yamuna's waves. When her limbs resting on Lalita's breast were fanned with many lotus petals, cool with the Yamuna water, and her throat moved with the sprout of her breath, her watching friends made a joyful sound. Placing Radha on the bed of lotus petals, placing Radha on a bed of lotus petals to fetch some water, Lalita put her feet on the path. On the Yamuna shore, she saw a great, graceful, and sweetly warbling white swan approached her. Her heart encouraged by seeing the swan, anxious Lalita cautiously approached it, respectfully bowed down before it, and praised it She thought the graceful swan an ideal messenger to carry a letter to Lord Ari's assembly. Wrapped in the anger of love for Krishna, she told the swan of her desires. She is not at fault for speaking to a bird. Where will a girl overcome with love for the Lord Hari not place her faith? You live in pure waters. You live in pure waters. You live in pure waters. You find happiness among the lotus stems. You find happiness amongst the lotus stems. Your heart is pure. For this reason, I, a very unhappy woman, take shelter of you. A request to a saintly person is never fruitless. Forgetting us who are tormented by the flames of separation from him, artistic Krishna happily lives in Mathura. Please place this message in your heart and at once put it on the path of your ears. May all obstacles be cast aside. May your path be easy. Placing happiness and mercy in your heart, rise at once. The running and playing Gopa boys will gaze at you with wide open eyes. O tilak of the saintly devotees, taking the path famous in all the worlds, by which hard-hearted Akura quickly took away the ocean of handsomeness that rules the young gopis' love. Go to the city of the Darshasa. O passionate lover of your swan mate, go by the path of the chariot touched by Lord Hari's feet, a path where the dear-eyed gopis, a flood of tears streaming down their pale cheeks, were tortured by Kamadev. Sip the sweet jumbo dark Yamuna water. Eat some lotus stems soft and splendid as the moon. For a moment, rest under a great tree. And then, O friend, happily go to the city of the Vrishnis. Fly over the path where the passionately crying gopis followed their lover. Fly over the path where the passionate crying gopis followed their lover as he went on Akura's chariot, and you will become the greatest of swans. O King of the Swans, please stay for a moment on the Kadamba tree full of new leaves, the tree Lord Hari climbed when to flood us with the waves of secret love. He suddenly stole our garments. O King of the Swans, please stay for a moment on the Kadamba tree full of new leaves, the tree Lord Hari climbed when to flood us with the waves of secret love. He suddenly stole our garments. The Rasa Lila place, a place where the dancing broke the jasmine vines. The Rasa dance. The Rasa Lila place where the dancing broke the jasmine vines. A place dark with musk fallen from the vine forms of the splendid and playful gopis. A place where a person crowned with peacock feathers. A place where a person crowned with peacock feathers. A person crowned with peacock feathers. A person crowned with peacock feathers. Dressed in garments splendid as handsomeness. His limbs dark as a tamal tree, filling all directions with glorious handsomeness, flooding the world with waves of bliss, flooding the world with waves of bliss, and his mouth kissing a simple flute, and his mouth, and his mouth kissing a simple flute. And his mouth kissing a simple flute made wonderful music. Will put joy in your heart. Will put joy in your heart. Don't, after that, place your eyes on Lord Hari's Amrus festival. Oh, my Lord. Don't, after that place, your eyes on Lord Hari's Amrus festival, Jasmine Vine Cottage. When by seeing it, you become so filled with bliss. When by seeing it, oh, when by seeing it, you become so filled with bliss. Oh, when by seeing it, you become so filled with bliss. Oh, when seeing it, you become so filled with bliss. Oh, when seeing it, you become so filled with bliss. that you forget your mission, all the gopis will perish. Don't forget, don't forget your mission. Otherwise, all the gopis will perish. Even though my desires may be thwarted by the delay, see this place of Lord Hari's pastimes. Even though my desires may be thwarted by the delay, see this place of Lord Hari's pastimes. Even though my desires may be thwarted by the delay, see this place of Lord Hari's pastimes. Oh, friends, may your purity not go in vain. Oh, friend, may your purity not go in vain. What virtue will not make the mind enter Lord Krishna's house? What virtue will not make the mind enter Lord Krishna? What virtue will not make the mind enter Lord Krishna? Govardhan Hill, which saw Krishna's secret pastimes. Govardhan Hill, which saw Krishna's secret pastimes with the gopis, that hearing the sound of his flute ran to meet him, which is beautiful with many vine cottages, which is the cow's friend, and the borders and the boulders of which were Krishna's hiding place will delight you. I don't have any more strength for that. Krishna. Oh my God. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. No words. No words except Hare Krishna. Every day I say, how can it get any better than this? And it does. This is too good to keep a secret, man. We gotta let the whole world know about this kind of a house we got here. The house without walls, the university without walls, where you really learn something substantial, right? Really learn something significant that you can take with you even after you die. Now that's something, huh? All this education in the universe is so expensive, thousands of dollars in debt people go, and you can't take it with you. And this must be the best of all educations, because not only does it benefit you now, not only does it give you the greatest happiness now, but you can take it with you when you die. I mean, my God, I think we're onto something. I think we got some real treasure going here. I think even the elites don't have anything like this. My goodness. I mean, we got so much treasure here. I don't know what to do with it all. I can't. It's like Lord Caitanya said, I got all these jewels. What am I? It's a very heavy load to carry back. We got to disperse all this, man. I mean, the Goswamis and Prabhupada, my God, they wrote and they wrote and they wrote. They were creating, they were like these golden geese, and just generating all this gold and jewels and everything from their fingertips. Amazing, huh? Talk about magic. All right, let's see here. All right. Back to Bhagavad Gita. I need to get grounded here a little bit. Let's see. A person who is fully absorbed. Oh, this is chapter 4, Bhagavad Gita, text number 24. I'll just read various verses. See, the work of a man, 23. The work of a man who is unattached to the modes of nature and who is fully situated in transcendental knowledge merges entirely into transcendence. Oh, that's a beautiful verse. The work of a man unattached to the modes of nature. See, because they're engaged in this kind of work, remembering the Lord with loving ecstasy. Even look at Lolita. She was that was really deceptive what she's saying. She wanted to stall that swan, man, so she could remember Lord Hari's pastimes. Even though there would be a delay, let me think about what went on there in that cottage. Please, you listen. See, that's Hari Katha. She got the swan to hear, so that she could, relish what went on there. That's how the devotees keep Krishna around. They have to do it. It's they can't bear any separation. There's no real separation there. The devotees have to think of the Lord in loving ecstasy, and he's right there in their heart, relishing. It's like he's sitting in the bushes, enjoying the whole situation. Radharani's laying on her back in so-called separation, but in complete ecstasy and trance, relishing, the Lord, thinking about her pastimes with the Lord intensely, and making the Lord of her heart very happy because she loves him so much. You know how women are when they see their man loves them, They're like, oh, he really loves me. Oh, he's really attracted to me. Yeah. She was relishing every minute of it. Yeah, Rupa Goswami composed this great verse. Even though Radharani is experiencing excruciating pain and anxiety and suffering, in fear, in separation from Lord Krishna, still she's appearing bright and beautiful. Sums it up. Madness, I love it, man. Madness. Madness in relationship to Krishna and Vrindavan is the height of true sanity. The work of a man who is unattached to the modes of material nature. Why would he be on? Why would he be on his? He's working like this, tasting, see, drinking nectar, tasting bliss and ecstasy of making the Lord happy in his heart. See? So you become naturally unattached. People do activities in this world because of attachment to them, right? They're addicted. They're bonded. They begin to love these activities. They loved, hard work of developing the body. See, developing their material situation, developing, getting houses. One guy's watching on the one Bitcoiner on YouTube. He's always building. He has this huge house he's building every day. Oh, I think Lolita can relate to that. She's got somebody in her life like that. He just every day just building the house, man. Just really into it. All that work, all that money to build a friggin' house. And it's only going to get knocked down, especially now. All that money you spend, then it's not worth anything because, and you put all that energy and everything into it, and then you die, and then you're thinking, oh, how am I going? I'm on my deathbed. How am I going to finish the house? How am I going to finish the house? Oh, don't worry. You die your last breath, and Yamaraj says, oh, okay, you got to do this, suffer and enjoy a little bit up here, and then go forth into the world and build another house, build another family. Do it again. Is it any wonder why the Lord is crashing everything down? People are so overly attached to everything. Yeah. He wants to teach people the real art of building, right? The real art of building is building this house. Build the house of the Lord for God's sake, right? For his sake. See, it's easy work. You become a manager. You sit there and manage the work. Instead of a grunt labor, these people building all these heavy houses and everything. For what? Here, isn't it amazing? Everything is inverted in this world. If people knew, people could still build their houses and stuff like this, but you got to build this house. This is very important to work on this house. So don't be trying to build situation in your life so much without building this house. You got to build this too. The house of the Lord, man. Build this up. Build up your spiritual body. Feed it. It's the only food for it is Sadhu Sangha. It's the food. It's the nourishment. That's why we come here to nourish the spiritual body. See, it gives us inoculation for becoming overly attached to things in this world, to persons, places, and things. Yeah. That's how we get free. We become unattached. A person, the work of a man who is unattached to the modes of nature. So that's Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha is a place you come here, will teach you how to really work. See? Modes of nature, fruit of activity, building houses, building families, right? You come here, we'll teach you a new kind of work. See? Build the spiritual temple, the temple of the soul. The temple that's the body is a temple of the soul. And awaken it and give it food. The Lord, the Supreme Lord Himself is the food, is the nourishment. See, the lifeblood of Krishna is Radha's love, right? You notice the heart is red, devotion is red, blood is red. You think it's a coincidence? No, everything has meaning and relation. The red blood, the life, the blood is in the life. Even the Jewish people knew the blood is in the life. The life is in the blood. See, the blood. And what is that? See, that's the devotion is the blood of a devotee. See, their love, their attachment to the Lord. See, and the Lord is the bread. See, his word is the bread. The Vedas are his food. He even says, I read that, Brahma said that this morning when I was listening. See, the Vedas are his food. Okay, and that's how you come here, we'll teach you how to feed the Lord. Better than a Brahmin, better than learning to be a Pujari and all that external and everything. Yeah, we'll just awaken all that equipment in you so that you can give the Lord's service that is the best of all, topmost. See, you become the butter, man. Your butter is a melted heart. You become the fire, a passionate desire and worship of the Lord. You become the water. See, all these ingredients for the perfect sacrifice. You know, your eyes are the sockets, and the water is the water. The eyes sockets are the conch, and the water are the tears. See, that's what you can learn here. Otherwise, and that's the best. That's topmost worship. There, the Lord reveals himself in full, completely. You become complete in that understanding. Oh, thank you, Lord. I didn't know you were so close. So close. Unbelievably close. Until you gave me the mercy, Lord, so I can worship you with real loving ecstasy and get the right understanding and real transcendental. See, like it says in the verse. See, we'll teach you how to work according to this verse, not opposite to it. Nobody can teach you how to work according to this verse except a worker in the spirit of this verse, working according to this verse and becoming detached from the world because of working in this according to this verse. See? Feeding, awakening the Lord. See? Developing transcendental attachment to Krishna's name, to Krishna's virtues. To taste the nectar of that happiness. The tasting the nectar of that happiness bestows true understanding of who you are and who the Lord is and your relationship and what you were built for from the beginning. Whether you're a lizard creature, everybody's all bent out of the shape about the forms here, and the forms are all fighting. The lizards are against Eckhart Tolle. What's his name? David Icke. You know, they're all fighting the demons against the demigod, but within them is that supreme Lord, the witness, watching us show. That's why the Lord comes here, comes as a devotee even, comes to participate in the show, not just sit back and watch everybody go to hell because of ignorance. You see, ignorance, they go to hell because they work according to, they think, well, my teachers and my parents and even my gurus and my ministers teach me how to be a nice, motivated, fruitive worker so I don't get free. So the Lord wants to say, hey, man, I want to come into this movie here and teach the reality so that people, give them real knowledge so that they can get out of this predicament, for God's sake, and especially yours and mine and everybody's. What do you think we're doing here? You think we're twiddling our thumbs? We're twiddling Krishna's thumbs. See, nature and fully situated in transcendental knowledge merges entirely in transcendence. That's the nature of bhakti. It's so attractive. See, in knowledge, see, oh yeah, wow, man, Lord, we're together, man. God, I was thinking there was some kind of big distance, between me and God. I had no idea. You're so close, closer than my nose. And we were always hanging out. You were aware of it, but I wasn't. But now I'm aware of it, and you're very happy about that. Matter of fact, you're always happy anyway. I just tune into your happiness. I tune in. The Lord's giving me, by the mercy of Lord Caitanya's grace, And that's what we distribute here, is the ability to tune into the ever fresh, ever happy Lord. He's always happy. We're not, because we're not tuned in. That's what do you think everybody starts chanting the holy name constantly when Lord Caitanya is here? Because they liked tuning into the happiness of the Lord. It's the greatest thing in the world. Otherwise, they felt empty. And because everybody is. But you know what they're full of in the world? And they're not full of pure devotional service. They're full of the modes of nature, which causes ignorance. They work, because of impelled by the mode of passion, mode of ignorance, mode of goodness. It's forcing them to act and develop materially and get more entangled in this world because of their act. They don't have this knowledge. See, that's why you need to hear the right directions, follow the directions, and you get their cake. See, the problem is you go to a person that they don't know how to bake the cake. You go to, if a guru is not a good cake baker, if you're going to go to a guru, they got to know how to bake a really good cake with the icing and the cherry on top and everything, complete cake. Not be an imitator, but a real homemaker, man. Make you a home, like Fanny said in her comment I read briefly there. See, you got to learn how to be real homemakers, man. You got to learn how to bake the real cake that's pleasing to everyone, ultimately. Me too. I had no idea Krishna and I were so close, closer than my nose. See, you get what I got. Now isn't that amazing? Are you tired, world? Wherever you go, usually as soon as you start to advance materially in some field or something, then the employers say, oh, they're getting too close. Let's cut them off. Oh, they're starting to advance too close and they're going to get my job. See, they're envious and jealous and they just want to use you and abuse you. And then when you're finished, they throw you out. They got no love or compassion. I felt that all the way up in religion, all the way in ISKCON, man. Did the same thing. Oh, Prabhu, what a great money collector. Wow, man, you're so fantastic. Here's a charter. My guru gave me a charter one time in 5 years. He gave me a charter. That was my reward for 12 hours a day working, making money, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for the temple. See, so that's the world, man. That's religion. That's religion. That's how it works. Am I angry about that? Not at all. Thanks for a good lesson, man. I guarantee you I'll never repeat that. I don't have to. I learned. Took 5 years, but I got it. Nobody has any real compassion. It's all for the body, and the body ain't real. So the compassion ain't really real. It's a temporary thing. What do you think Krishna was trying to teach Arjuna? Look how weak he was because of material compassion. See, it's a lie. It's a sham. It cheats you. It's Maya. Material compassion. What do you think Bhagavad Gita is? You think that's a beginning book? Somebody else laughed. Yeah. Oh, Krishna, I'm gonna go to war, and I can't fight my. Yeah, Krishna says, "Stop your slobbering, man." River knows sometimes when I say that to her, Stop your slobbering, man. You're blubbering. Never has there been a time when I, nor you, nor all these kings ever been, nor will we ever cease to be. Now, how can you ever be, if you really believe that verse, but you know how many non-believers there are, even with the name Vaishnavas, this person died. Ah! They don't believe Bhagavad Gita yet, see? Not yet. My brother died, and I thought, hey, man, great, he's finally free. Poor guy was suffering from emphysema, and always, it was hard just to get up, and just they had to tolerate the whole day of misery. And he died, oh, wow, free. Everybody else, oh, poor guy, oh, it was too soon. It was too soon. Are you kidding? See, there's people, they watch, and I know people that, yes, see that guy? He has no compassion. Hey, man, like father, like son. Stop your blubbering. Never has it didn't. Srivas was like that. His son dies in the middle of a kirtan, and he was what how many times you get Krishna, Lord Caitanya, Krishna, and Radha, both in one form. The original personality of God, it rarely comes here once every 4,320,000,000 years. In your house dancing. God knows what that looked like. Could you imagine the kind of dancing God would do? So, and he's seeing that, and his wife comes, stop the dancing, man, our son died. He says, stop your blubbering, you crazy woman. You're going to cry, go over there somewhere, but don't interrupt the kirtan. No way, Jose. And he knew transcendental law. He says, hey, man, we've been many lifetimes. We've had children. We've had this. And they lived, they died, they grew up and went out and caused us some happiness and lots of distress. And we get attached and we come back again like fools. Didn't give us any wisdom. And now we have Lord Caitanya dancing in our room, in our house. You go over there. Get out of here, you stupid, crazy woman. Ooh. People won't like that, huh? Gohari, that's not true. Yeah, well, you can read it. It's all in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Sobering words, yeah, sobering, man. So, because this is, you come here, you're going to get real, man. You're going to do real. You're going to see reality. And if you shake a little bit, that's good. If you feel like, oh, what's he doing? That's great. Hey, man, when true love finds you, surrender to him or her. Even though his ways are hard and steep. Oh, I love this poem. Love quoting it. When his wings enfold you, even though his pinions, his little pricks, his little needles, needle you and pinch you. In that association, Sadhu Sangha, you find the real love, the real guru, the real truth. See, and you find that they'll caress your tenderest wings, right? Your tenderest branches and sprouts. And then descend to your roots and shake them from their clinging to the ground. The mad scientist part. Shake it. I want to keep this dirt. I want to keep. Don't shake the dirt off my roots. I want to stay rooted a little bit. Come on, it's too quick. It's too quick. But if you do not surrender to love's ways, then pass out into the world of phenomena, where you will not, listen to this guy must be a devotee, where you will not laugh all of your laughter or cry your deepest tears. Now, where did he figure? There was no Krishna devotee around then. Where did that come from? See? Because we're in love's embrace. Because if you want the easy peasy way, that's what's here. that sums it up. Coming here, that's getting the regeneration. Unless you follow Jesus Christ into the regeneration and the real followers of Lord Caitanya in the regeneration, how can you be regenerated? How can you be rebuilt? How can you be renewed? How can you go from a human being attached to material forms and crying and compassionate about bodies that are, that's false compassion? It doesn't last unless you go through this transformation and are around. See, it's always the devotees. You have to be around ecstatic devotees. You have ecstatic divine. These are called divine feelings. They're God feelings, my friends. This is very different than people in the world. Their feelings, they're all material. They're weakened. They're weak. They're weakening. They cause weakness of heart. They keep you bound in the cycle of birth and death. This is why Lord Brahma said those who evince the symptoms of ecstasy are promoted to the kingdom of God, because those symptoms of ecstasy mean you have transcendental feelings awakened, transcendental love for the supreme transcendental object, Krishna's name, pastimes, and qualities and virtues. There's no other way, no other way. Go in the narrow gate, go straight into the kingdom. That's available now. We got our shelves stocked with it. There's only one product, Transcendental Mellows, Love of God. Come to our market. Our shelves are full and stocked, man. Every day we're food. This is prasadam distribution. You didn't know I was a prasadam distributor. And you guys also on your branches of the prasadam distribution program. What do we got here? Amy Rose. Read what Amy Rose said there, somebody.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. From Amy. It was critical for Srivas to tell his wife that and not to stop the Kirtan. It was cruel or cold-hearted. It wasn't cruel or cold-hearted. It was helpful and necessary thing to say and do, because in that moment she was forgetting the truth. She was allowing the sentiment of the material nature absorb her.
Wow. You see, that's so conclusive. See, and that's what happens. And after that, after 4 hours went by, then somebody informed the Lord. They just couldn't, help it. They had to go and butt in there, And then the Lord said, "Oh, Srivas, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you stop the kirtan?" He said, "Lord," and he said what I said, basically, that, it's so rare to have your presence here. I would never stop that. And plus, I was so happy that you were happy. And that's it. And I've had some, this is, how many, people are coming and going and living and dying and all. It's just the same old. It's just, my son, he died here. I mean, his destination's fantastic. Why should I disturb you? Everything's fine. It's perfect. He died. It was destiny. And he's going to the spiritual world. He died here. From all angles of logic, it just made most good sense just to let you dancing go on so that you can enjoy it and I can enjoy it. When Lord Caitanya heard this, tears started to come to his eyes. He said, "Oh my God, it's so rare to have a devotee like you who see there's not even a pinch of illusion for you. You see things like I see. No illusion can bewilder you." See, but it bewilders others because they don't have this knowledge. That was the whole purpose of those pastimes, is to give us transcendental knowledge. That's why you must hear these things. You must be sobered up. You're all drunks. You're drunk on the material energy. Yeah, drunks, you come here and we'll sober you up. This is a halfway house, man. This is the clinic. This is rehabilitation, rehab here. Bring us all you drunks out there, drunk on everything else but love of Krishna. We'll get you drunk on the real drug that lasts forever and get you, it'll heal you of all these other things. Perfect rehabilitation center. You didn't know I was a director of a rehabilitation center, huh, did you? It's a new hat. You have to, there's so many things you got to do when you're serving the Lord. Many hats you have to wear. Rehabilitation clinic. Yeah, you come here. Well, let's work on. Get in the dentist chair, and I'll get my little laughing gas on. And you stay in the chair. You know nothing for you. But me, I get the laughing gas. Steve Martin, he knew the right way to do his dentistry. Mary Sachi. Hare Krishna, everyone. Yes. Yeah, merges entirely in transcendence. So that's what we do. More and more. You notice merging more in transcendence. That's how you get free. All the conditioning starts to go bye-bye. No need for it anymore, and you let it go because you got a better taste. After a while, it's like, what do I want to be unhappy even part of the time? You notice the transition here people go through? You could see in the people that get the mercy, and then they go back and forth a little bit, One day great, one day bad, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good. And after a while, it's good, good, good. I mean, not good, transcendental, more and more and more, merging more and transcendent. So what we do works here. This is a fantastic clinic. You're not going to find another clinic like this anywhere. God, I should be charging big bucks for this clinic here. What is this, a free clinic? I always like free clinics. It's great, free clinic. It even sounds good. A free clinic. I used to go to one in Venice Beach. Free. I always go to free clinics because I never really had any money, man. Never had insurance or anything. I just lived on my. If there's a free clinic, I go. Substance abuse counselor. You guys been abusing substance, man. Every substance here is abusable. It's corruptible, causes you to become addicted very easily. That's the problem with this stuff here. It's very easy to get addicted to the world because it's right in your face, isn't it? It's hard for the devotees to get in your face, right? They're always people, especially the student community. They're always trying to get away from looking at the devotees. You got to get in their face somehow, because they always want to look away, with their nose up. Look at them. Over there. Gotta get ready. Hey, gurus. Hey, Japadaka. Hey, I'm calling your name. Hey, Radhanath. Hey. Who is this guy? He doesn't even have a dhoti on. Who? You watch, man. We're gonna show them that we have something special, man. Okay, another verse. Oh. Some yogis perfectly worship the demigods by offering different sacrifices to them. And some offer sacrifices in the fire of the Supreme Brahman. Now I like that. See, he's hinting at something here. See, when you sacrifice to demigods, you need all this external paraphernalia. See, and so one step to get out of this demigod worship, you instead of offering it to the demigods, you do it to Krishna, right? You do it to the deities, to Vishnu, or but it's still external worship. See, so the next stage is offering into the sacrifice into the fire of Brahman, which is basically meditating on Brahman. meditating on talks. They have their Brahman talks. You're not this body. You're just about one love, one energy, and there's all kinds of speculations come from that because they don't still have full knowledge. See, but now the next stage, this is where it really fits. See, and some offer sacrifices in the fire of the supreme Brahman. See, so that Brahman, there's two supreme Brahmans. One in context for it, and Advaita used to comment on this. One is the supreme Brahman. They think, oh, the one energy of God, that where everything's one. See, well, that's not really the supreme Brahman. The supreme Brahman is the personality of Godhead. That's just his effulgence. That's why you only get partial understanding and you partially mislead people into the partial that you're caught up in. See, but the devotees who realize the supreme Brahman, they can lead others to the supreme Brahman. They can show the proper directions. Otherwise, how can a person that is not realize the supreme Brahman is the supreme personality of Godhead, his name, his virtues, his love, or the love of the devotees? How can they teach you that? And that's, unfortunately, that's what the gurus are. I haven't been impressed with even one yet that I could say I could really have faith. I can just, but the book, see, because I know if you have love of God, you're going to have fantastic revelations and realizations. And I see that in Prabhupada's books. I see that in Bhaktivinoda's preaching. I see that in Bhaktisiddhanta's consciousness in how he preached. I see that in what they're glorifying in Lord Caitanya's preaching and realizations and love and all that. I see all of that. So therefore I accept. But the living persons, I can't see. I say, even found one that I could say, there's a devotee Bhagavat. Can you imagine? That must show you how rare this is. To me, a devotee Bhagavat is a real, authentic, authorized associate of Lord Caitanya. And the only way we are going to be able to know that is the touchstone effect, really. How many associates of Lord Caitanya have you converted and made and gave the grace because of your association to become eternal associates of Lord Caitanya? Well, I can think of 3 or 4 or 5 here, and many on their way. No relation, no explanation. Or you get an explanation, no relation, speculation. You get speculation. Okay. You got to be part of the family. That's why you see this is a family affair. You come here. If you don't feel part of this family, well, there's some contamination there. Then you stay outside of this family. How do you, even people, I remember Janaki and others, when they first come, they sometimes feel like outsiders. I said, oh no, just keep serving the devotees, talk to them and listen to the classes, and you see. And by and by you feel you're a family member. You get it. You don't feel like, if you're feeling like an outsider, it's because you're out, it's a relationship problem. You're not getting over things to cause you to be part of this family. Feel yourself part of this. It's a feeling. See, Krishna feels his devotees. He feels them. We feel Krishna. We feel his devotees. You must, Okay. See, so some offer sacrifices in the fire of the Supreme Brahman. See, and it's easy peasy for us. The sacrifice is chanting the holy name. It's the authorized, the order of Lord Caitanya. He's the Lord. He comes every millennium in a certain form and tells us what's the easiest and the most practical way to make progress. See, and in this Kali Yuga, he gave us the way. The way is you chant the holy name in association with his real devotees. Otherwise, there's some fake message there, some lack of awareness, lack of truth, right? Isn't that perfect? Isn't that a perfect direction? Chant Hare Krishna in association with his ecstatic, intimate devotees, that especially when they're preaching and not hiding. Now, that's a direct path, huh? If the person listens and think, oh, okay, God, I spent 40 years and nobody told me. These gurus didn't tell me that. I spent 5 years worshiping a guru that couldn't tell me what I just said. I had to figure it out. Well, actually, I knew, but, I needed to go, on the journey to really get it. Now, I can tell people the easy way. Save yourself 5, 10, 50, 20 years, maybe 2 lifetimes, 3, because when you die in that consciousness, being led by people who haven't realized Krishna, the personality of Godhead, but are inferring that they're the way because you're worshiping them, you're bowing down to them, you're giving them worship, you're giving them your life and your money. What are you getting in return? For me, it was nada, but a good lesson. I served Maya. How dare you say, well, it's religion. What did Krishna say? Abandon all varieties of religion and surrender to me. Well, I figured it out and I'm teaching the world. I'm screaming it from the rooftops like my master said. Literally, huh? Hey, if you're going to, you think I'm screaming it from the rooftops. You're going to think this away. No, this is an action movie, man. If you're going to quote something of Jesus Christ, scream it from the rooftop, you better be screaming from the rooftops this message to be in alignment with the verse, right? Poor Lalita's got a headache again. Too loud. No, it's not that. It's just the body. Don't worry. You won't ever have to have this any problem anymore ever again. She got her wings, man. She's a wing woman. Johnny can scream louder. Yeah. So all these performers who know the meaning of sacrifice become cleansed of sinful reactions. And having tasted the nectar of the results of sacrifices, they advance toward the supreme eternal atmosphere. See, so I didn't read what he was saying. You could do strict vows, sacrificing your possessions, performing severe austerities. See, and then all these these are the tough ways, the tough paths that most of us can't really do unless you're Narayan Raj. He liked to do these things. Are you like him? And he taught, well, this is what I do. This is what you do. You chant 1 lakh. You fast. You follow these programs. But this is Raganuga Bhakti. See, all these tough ways, right? And then what does it say? And then you advance towards, you're advancing towards it. Still, see, that's why they preach the way of attainment. To attain Krishna, sadhana siddha, man, be perfect by your works and by your austerities. Yeah, Krishna even saying, yeah, you advance towards it. Look at this. We found something easy peasy, huh? I'm telling you about the mercy of the Lord that nobody in the Krishna consciousness movement expressed or taught until these days. And look at you guys. You bypass You ever see a bypass around, you want to go on your destination and you don't have to go through the city. That's all city stuff, and you get caught in the traffic and all of that. You take the bypass here. Okay, the bypass, you bypass all the crap in the city and going through all the traffic jams and all that stuff. We created a bypass. You go right to the destination. You just stay at high speed. You get that? Do you understand that? Because people are doing it here. Look at Fanny. Look at Amy. Look at Lolita. Look at River. High speed highway. Without the bypass of, spend 20 years, spend 40 years, do austerities like Krishna says, or if in the fire, listen to the Brahmins preach the Vedas, and gradually you advance toward you don't attain the destination, right? He didn't say you attain it like here. Here you just flat out get it. You see the destination. Can you imagine going to the place where you see the destination? You see the devotee, you see the destination. Didn't Jesus say, you see me, you see the Father? That's the destination. Who is the Father? The conclusive truth. In the beginning was the Word was God, and the Word is God, and the Word always will be God. That's a tongue twister, huh? See, conclusive truth. Why do you think he said, when you see me, you see the Father. When you hear me, you hear the truth, right? I'm the way, the life, and the truth. No one comes to the Father but by me. Oh, mother, one of those must be here, because look at you guys. So you Christians, they didn't go through Jesus, really? Look at it, they went here, because that's the principle of bona fide spiritual master. We teach it perfectly. Why? So I got a secret weapon. I got Radha and Krishna and Lord Caitanya living inside here. We've weaponized this temple here. Let those guys weaponize the weather, right? The demons are weaponizing everything. Weaponize the food, weaponize the air, weaponize the weather, weaponize everything. They turn into a weapon now. And all I have is 2 weapons here. And it's more powerful than all of that stuff they've weaponized, because that's only dark, dense nature. They weaponize nature, big deal. We weaponize Lord Caitanya's nature, man, the ecstatic nature. We got Dean dancing on the ceiling, man. Somebody join him. Send Rangaleka over there. Oops. Yeah. See, all these different things, performing severe austerities, at all years and years and years. And that's why you see the sages, they said, and Vedas also, he taught all this stuff. This is coming from his teachings. And my heart's still not satisfied. Yeah, because you're slowly advancing towards the goal, and you're teaching that to others to make that long process. That's Narada Muni told him. So what should I do? Okay, write about the more intimate pastimes of the Lord, the more truth about the Lord, how the soul has a relationship with the Lord. And don't just burden everybody with a bunch of rules and regulations and fastings and only that. Because they can spend their whole life doing that, which people are doing now, right? Oh, the whole life, Varnashram Dharma, they die in Varnashram Dharma. So I'm teaching the path that Vedas taught, which is, so he was to write about the deeper relationship between the soul and the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He wrote these things, see? And so devotees, they either write or preach or sing these songs that deliver truth into this world. And here we're just, the message is not Varnashram Dharma and do all these fasts. We just cut to the chase, man. Just come here and hear. And that's basically, that was the message that Veda Vyas wrote, is go and hear from the devotees. They'll teach you the quick way. Just by hearing is the way. By hearing, you attain love of Krishna, which is life's ultimate goal, right? Isn't that? By regular classes in Srimad Bhagavatam and service to the devotee, all that's troublesome to the heart is eradicated, and then to almost nil, and then love of God awakens in your heart. There you go, life's ultimate goal. Where does it say work, 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 austerities, austerities? Where does it say that? Nowhere. Why did Prabhupada teach that? Because people are fools. And they can't understand simple things. Because if he taught that, he would cry, teaching these ecstatic things. The Lord would be so pleased. He would cry, and then his disciples would say, who is it? This is not supposed to cry. What is this crazy guy, Prabhupada? How do I know that? Because here you see the tears, you see the laughter that Prabhupada had, and you see why he suppressed it. You see why, right? Because, what's going on? Yeah, well, you wouldn't have done the Vaidhi Bhakti. At least you got something. You would have just saw him and said, well, I'm out of here, man. Yeah. So all these different types of sacrifices are approved by the Vedas, and all of them are born of different types of work. Knowing them as such, you will be liberated. Yeah, actually, there's a lot I'd like to say about these things, but you know what? I think I got to stop. So, River, give us a word. I think you're, are you muted?
Thank you. Hare Krishna Maharaj, devotees. I've just been, for some reason, I've got lost and I've been driving around everywhere. They're building so many homes. They're building home after home after home after home. It just kind of tells me people need to build their own temple, their own home in the heart for Krishna. Because these are external homes. Everybody feels safe at home. They feel relaxed and they can rest to a degree at home. They can be themselves as much as they've identified with the illusion. They kind of need to build their own home inside. And we can do that here. In fact, we can do everything here. We can get rid of anything that we have. You have all the hats. You have all of them. And you have Krishna, you have the deepness of Krishna. So you have that eternal relationship with him, so you can help people with anything. Whatever we have, just lay it down here, just keep listening, allow you to just project on our heart absolute truth. How simple can it be? How simple can it be? It seemed difficult at first because it's difficult for the false ego. It's hard for the false ego. It's really hard, because it's been doing things just to feel good just to pass its time. And here we can just rest, Maharaj. You cleared the road for us. We can come home. We can be together and we can watch the film of God together and allow, as a family together and share in that. We're all there watching the show, just laying back with our popcorn. I'm sure you've mentioned it, and it's thank you so much. It's been great every way. It's been great, and it's great, and yeah, it gets more and more. Thank you very much. Thank you to the devotees, because they're just coming out. We're all coming out, to show Krishna, because he wants to get out. He's been locked in there for so long. He wants to get out. So let's do that. And because we have shelter of you, we can do it safely, beautifully, for the benefit of oneself and everybody as well. It's not just a selfish thing. It's a selfless thing, and it's beautiful.
Even the Lord can see when the Lord comes out. Then you have the Lord has association with his devotees, and the Vrindavan is attained. The Vrindavan is the association of the Lord and the devotee realized. It doesn't have to be a place. Oh, that's why the Lord comes and make the places there and everything. But still, once the Lord comes out, see, and is expressed, Radha and Krishna basically are expressed in this world. See, now we have a friend here. Now we can we have more. We have the will of God. Who He wants to deliver these creatures, these people in this world, because they're mad, they're crazy in illusions, chasing after material things again and again and again, and just going crazy and going to hell, going to heaven, up and down and up and down and up and down. They're like on a merry-go-round, and they can't get off on themselves. They cannot get out on themselves, but on their own, especially in Kali Yuga. You can't do all these severe austerities. There has to be a more practical path. And so the Lord came. He says, oh, it's a long time I haven't given this grace. So he gave it. His devotees gave it because he empowered them to give it. And he's empowering us to give it too. Otherwise, it's not to be gotten here. You got to be a real associate of Lord Caitanya with the real order of Lord Caitanya. Lord, Prabhupada came to me and said, Gaur, this is a little too much. Maybe you should cut it back a bit. He could have said that, right? He could say anything if it wasn't the right thing, because maybe I was stepping out of a limb. People getting ecstatic hearing the pastimes of Lord Caitanya and becoming awakened, having the awakening so easily. He could have said, well, you better pull it back, like I did and our line did. He didn't say that, did he? Oh, he said the opposite. My full approval, doing exactly what I want you to do. You do more of that. Forgot my point. Oh, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So, and this is where the rest is, resting in Sadhu Sangha. The mind and the heart find rest there. And you people, everyone, I found that there's no other greater place than being with the family, with the devotional family. I mean, why not? If the Lord provided it, didn't he? I could have just been alone. I mean, I just kept preaching. I could have been, maybe he would have just not said, Gaur, you're just going to have to preach to an empty camera for the whole life. And okay, whatever. But this is so much great. I could see why the Lord likes friends. It's great to have spiritual friends, awakened friends. I mean, that then we're feel like situated properly. Otherwise, look, you're not people in the world. See, even Prabhupada said we're social animals. This is why you see the Lord came with his devotees. It's a society thing. We're making a society here of devotees of Lord Caitanya. Otherwise, the other societies out there, otherwise you'd be alone and lonely and all that. Like if anybody's feeling lonely here, you're just getting purified. There's no reason to be lonely because you're amongst real family members. So that's just the old stuff, You'll get over it. Take a couple aspirins and it'll go away. Lalita, give us a word if you can do it. I don't know how you're feeling, but you feel like
yeah. I can do it, Guru Maharaj. Okay. You have no idea. I have more headache than without,
Oh, okay.
You have no idea. If I would lay in bed every time that I have headache,
you never get out of bed.
Yeah. I see here this verse number 34. This is so the repetition of Gaur Govinda Maharaj, who always hammers on this approach an acharya. Just try to learn the truth by approaching the spiritual master. Inquire from him. Therefore, it's not enough to approach Srila Prabhupada because you can't inquire from him. You've got to have a living guru. And we are so fortunate that we have you, that you are here every day for us. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. How can you render service when you don't see, when you really need a living guru? Or a living minister. You need somebody who represents that Lord. Self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth, because of your devotion, because of your ecstasy, because of your close relationship with the Lord. You have seen the truth, and it's only with you that we can experience the truth ourselves.
Yeah, Gaur Govinda, let me see if I can find some quotes. On that was one thing I really liked about his quotes and his realization of that. He would say stuff like, "Oh, it is so rare if you're to get a real guru. Are you kidding? It is so rare." I mean, he was like really emphasizing like that, and it's true. People don't know what a real guru is. They don't know the qualification. They think they know Prabhupada, but they don't really know Prabhupada. He didn't expose the full range. See, the full range of guru is in the song, Sri Guru. Right there, sing. That's why Prabhupada had people sing the song. So by and by, hopefully some will understand those qualities, but I found they can unless they come here. And you got to see Sri Guru Charana Padma. The song, the essence is here. From that guru, the real one, ecstatic prema emanates. That means you got to see that prema emanate. What does it look like? See, by his word, ignorance is destroyed. You got to hear, and you'll if you're hearing from a real rare guru that really knows the truth and has ecstatic love, you get an impression, man. You get an experience. It changes you, because they carry the authority of the Most High. It gets shit out of you. You exercise. Exhort, stuff comes out, in the yeah. So let's see if I came up with anything. Oh, I know. Let me see if I get any images. I'll read some. See, they have Radhanath quotes. They have quotes of Prabhupada and everything. Maybe someday people. I mean, these quotes that come spontaneously here, they're rare. If somebody would just take the things and put them up there on a thing and put them on the internet like they do, like you do a Google search and you find all of these quotes with the picture of Radhanath or Govinda. And these quotes are especially important because this is now. And this is not just Vaidhi, to him, they're just carrying on tradition. Radhanath included, all of the just tradition, same old, nothing, special or unique about it, right? Rules, regulations, ceremonies. What is a big regular?
Always the same, yeah. They always do the same.
No progress, really.
No.
Prabhupada got the thing going, and they're still doing the same tradition.
Like parrots.
Yeah, and this is the next phase, right?
This comes out of new revelations, Your teaching is from your own revelations, and our teachings as well, because of you we get revelations as well, very special, very fresh and unusual and surprising.
Especially to the Vaidis, they're very surprised at this preaching. Speechless, they can't say anything other than Sahaja, quack, quack, Sahaja, quack, quack, Sahaja.
Yeah, what to do?
Yeah. Let's see if he has a verse or something he said
Yeah,
here.
the little book.
They had a lot of Radhanath. Now, I'm going to read some Radhanath quotes. Let's see if there's a difference in content here. So, trust cannot come unless one is honest. Yeah, and you see there's a level that he means that. See, trust cannot come unless one is honest. And being honest about your, how you feel and all that, that should be there. That's one level of it. See, but to be really honest, that's another thing, honesty. See, what is the honest truth? Yeah, can you honestly deliver me, Radhanath? Can you take me to Vrindavan? Honestly, can you tell me honestly? Do you
He
think
thinks
he
he
could?
can.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you see that thing. That's why you can lie and not understand, because you just you have to be real. You have to understand what is the real standard, but you have to be the standard. The Lord you have to have the mercy of the Lord. And if you don't, you'll say, yeah, of course I can. But if you're delivering disciples, they have to have symptoms. They have to have symptoms like Lalita and River, that you're delivered. These are transcendental feelings. You line up with the verses and the truths. Lord Brahma says, those who evince the symptoms of ecstasy are promoted to the kingdom of God. You evince the symptoms of ecstasy. Well, does Radhanath? Does his disciples? I don't know. I haven't really. I looked. I mean, they just look like same old, same old. Like they go and they just don't look awake. When you're awake, man, you look different. You have energy in life. You're not just like, that's what I see. And the invite is, like they're not awake, man. They're still asleep.
Robots, they all look the same.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's why I'm saying, to be honest, you have to have the honest truth, the ultimate truth, and then you have honesty. Look at Jarasandha in Srimad Bhagavatam. He never lied, but he was dishonest, even though he never lied. He always told people the truth, but he was a liar. See, he was a liar because ultimately Krishna came beyond the modes. Krishna is beyond the modes of nature. See, that's the pure honesty, pure truth, like pure goodness. Well, there's pure honesty. That's the ultimate honesty, is the truth. And he says, oh, you're a liar there, Krishna. Oh, really? Because I always tell the truth, but you're a liar. See, in other words, he didn't understand the full truth. Krishna is a liar. He lies sometimes, because people lie here, they're going to lie there too, in Vrindavan. But he lies for our benefit. See, it's very charming when Krishna does it. It wasn't charming when Jarasandha lied that, oh, Krishna, you're a liar. See, he said it with malice. He said it with anger and aversion, right? The opposite of love. Where the gopis, the residents, oh, that Krishna, he's always lying. See, they say it with loving ecstasy. They like it. They kind of like it, even though they fault him for it. You see, that's the nature of that. But if you're in the mode of even goodness, you will project your own not understanding the truth, your own lie that you're in on the Lord. And you'll, because it's true, the Lord lies. He lies in Vrindavan. He cheats in Vrindavan. Right? We know that. Right? Some people know that. See? But his cheating, his lying, everything is beautiful and wonderful and pure and purifying. Often gurus say that they bring you at the lotus feet of Prabhupada, who brings you. Oh yeah, that's another one. They went to that one when they found they couldn't pull off the direct delivery. They're always changing the idea because nothing works, except here. This works, right?
Yeah, but do they know what it means to be in Vrindavan?
Yeah. Yeah. See, they bring you to the feet of Prabhupada, see, but see, there's still separation there. They're not really bringing you to the feet of Prabhupada. You got to be the feet of Prabhupada. See? I don't have to say I'm bringing you to the feet of Prabhupada. When you're in the line, you're a Vai medium all the way through Prabhupada through Bhaktisiddhanta, Bhaktivedanta, and all that. People come to your feet. They're getting the feet of Prabhupada. And people tell me that. Ask Johan. Ask Johan, who studied the books 5 times. Ask Janaki, who studied the books also. When she comes here, she got the feet of Prabhupada. People that are attracted to Prabhupada have it to a degree, right? But here, you come here, you'll see the feet of Prabhupada when you read his books. Yeah. You'll see like I see. You'll feel Prabhupada. You'll see his words live forever. You'll see all the verses. That's why, you'll understand the nature of real devotees, because when the Lord really accepts you for his service and he lives in you, you understand what he understands. Otherwise, not. When he's given himself over to you, and then you'll have symptoms, you won't be preaching out of alignment. See, you'll have what Prabhupada had. See, that's why, it's a family thing, You come to a real devotee, you're getting the real parampara. You'll get the real Jesus even. You'll get the real Rupa Goswami that Prabhupada have, that I have. The real. You'll be able to relish what the gopis relish, like Prabhupada did, like I do. You become, family member. But what kind of, I'm here, we're here to show the real light, and illuminate all the nooksy crannies where the darkness is. Because people are taking shelter of the darkness. They're taking shelter where darkness is, inconclusiveness. They don't even know Guru Tattva perfectly yet. We're here to get it clear, so you can find out what is a real guru, what is a real devotee, man, and come in that association and be delivered forever. Yeah. Okay. Fanny song, and I got to go. Got too much talk. It's so hard not to,
It's so hard to shut up.
It's really hard.
Yeah, I also wanted to keep on talking.
No, it's just, it's very hard. It's you become like people in the world, like people, they just want to talk. And I hated that because it's all mundane talk. But you become like them, but
this is the flow of Krishna.
Yeah, it's spirit talk. Yeah. And it just puts a strain on the body, because after a point, because you got to rest the body. Otherwise you're doing the austerities and the motive. This is austerity. Can you imagine? It's so fun and everything. You don't want to stop it. But if you go too much, it becomes an austerity and a mode of passion. It does some damage to the body. A new way. Okay.
Disculpe.
Eugenio Derbez, yo...
He would go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is stay to the sweet chanting Hare.